Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. If you are new, welcome, and if you're not new, thank you so much for coming back for another video. So in today's video, we are going to be taking a first look at the Natasha Denona Tan Bronze and Glow palette. I was extremely curious about this, mainly for the highlights, but also wanted to see how this bronze shade would work on my skin tone. So if you are curious to see what I came up with this palette, how it works on my skin tone, and my recommendation and thoughts on the palette, definitely stay tuned. Alright guys, so let's just hop right on into this. I had to pick this up. I mean, I was very interested and I know what it looks like as far as the shades and stuff. Will it work on my skin tone? But after I had such a great experience with the Bloom palette, when I heard she was releasing another one of these, I was like, well, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. You know, what's the harm in trying it, okay? So I figured I'd bring it to you guys, all right, so you can see and know for sure in case you were curious, okay? So here is the Natasha Denona Tan, Bronze, and Glow palette, okay? And then she's got similar setup to the Bloom palette. However, there's only one cream product in here. Everything else is powder. So, all right, so here is the palette. We've got the blush and bronze powder here. We have the Glow Impact powder, which is supposed to be a new formula, and then under the little flap we have our glow cream base here, and then our super glow right there. So even, you know, seeing the swatches and stuff like that, I looked at her Instagram and looked at Trend Mood, all that other stuff, and these glow products look freaking fantastic. So let me show you guys some swatches really quickly. Here is the glow cream base right here. Alright, so once again, that is a cream. You can see that high shine there. But it's not like glittery or anything. So you can use this by itself if you're somebody who likes creamy highlights. You're going to get more of a shine. Alright, then we've got Super Glow. Very nice, smooth swatch and a smooth highlight. No glitter specks in there. Then we've got the blush and bronzer there. Alright, and one thing I will say is that the camera does a little bit of a washing out because I can see the difference between my skin tone and that product. And then we have the Glow Impact powder right there. Very, very beautiful. Once again, none of these highlights have any glitter in them, unlike the Bloom palette where the Glow Impact powder, it has some glitter flecks in it. So I don't use that product in the Bloom palette as much as the other three products in that palette. So yeah, we're going to hop right into a demonstration right now. I'm just going to go on ahead with that bronzer and see what that does. If it does nothing, then we'll see what it does with, you know, as a blush. So I used a natural hair brush. This is from Morphe. All my like Japanese brushes are dirty, so I wanted to start using this with a clean brush. Okay. Alright, so you guys can see that you really don't get too much of an impact on my skin tone. I do see some product, you know, a little bit of a warmth show up on my skin, but nothing that I would classify as, you know, like a bronze. Okay, so if you're a little lighter than me though, I think this would work really well because I do see some color on my skin. It's just not, you know, what I would use by itself as a bronzer. You guys let me know. You probably can't even see nothing. I can see a little bit, but yeah, it's not a lot. So, okay. Alright, so we've got a little bit of color, but nothing to write home about. I'm just going to take this because I did put it down there around the perimeter. So now that we did that, I'm going to take the same powder on a different brush. This is a brush from Juvia's Place. Juvia's Place has like really beautiful brushes. So if you want synthetic hair brushes, high quality that are going to last, go to Juvia's Place. Okay. Using this as a blush. Okay, so let me compare the cheeks. That provides a little bit more of a, obviously quite natural blush look on the cheeks. But it does have a subtle like hint of color to it, like I mentioned before. So obviously this is going to be best for like a medium skin tone. I don't think fair skin tones are gonna want it, especially as far as being a bronzer. But I'm gonna see what the footage looks like, but I can see it. I can see it. Very, very subtle. Next is gonna be the Glow Cream base. I'm gonna use that one on my sponge and just place this on the cheek, or on the high areas of my cheekbones. Okay, so that's a very natural color, like a very natural highlight if you just want a little bit of a glow to the cheeks. Let's see what I do with my finger. So I think that builds up really nicely if you just want to use this as your highlight for all the natural girls out there who want to get more of a natural look and not do too much. This gives you a nice natural natural glow. I'm going to use the Super Glow. This is on a Pro Airbrush Detailer by Sephora, and lay that on there. And that just brought it up a ton as far as shine goes. That is crazy. Now that is crazy intense. But I like it because there's no glitter, you know, with a bunch of chunks and stuff like that of glitter. I'm over that. Once again, this is the Super Glow color. I'm going to take some more of the blush color and make sure that it's all blended in. Alright, I think that's blended pretty nicely. Alright, and then I'm going to take that same brush that we used in the Glow, in the Super Glow. We're going to put that in the Glow Impact Powder. And just pop this right on the highest point of the cheekbones, where you want the intensity of that glow. And there it is. Now, time to do some blending to make that not look so intense, but that's what you can get with this product. It's pretty cool, I think, for my little first impression. I'm going to go over all this with, you know, some finishing powder to make sure it blends down and doesn't look too crazy. But alright, so right now I'm going to take the same little brush we used, and I'm putting that in that bronzer powder, that bronze and blush powder, and I'm just going to put that on the eyes because I don't have anything on except concealer. Alright, so that just adds a little bit of depth on the eyes, but nothing too much, obviously. Alright, I'm going to take a flat brush into the Glow Impact Powder and put that on the inner corner. And blend that up onto the lid a little bit just to make sure it's blended. I'm going to go with a smaller brush into that blush and bronze powder and sweep that on the lower lash line and do a little bit of cleanup in this area because I think I went too ham with that powder, that inner corner powder. Then I'm going to take the Super Glow, which is the more like bronzy golden shade, and I'm going to put that on the brow bone. So now I'm going to add a little bit more bronzer from another product. Just going to use the CoverFX bronzer to add more. Just add more bronze effect because that one didn't do enough for me. This friggin' glow, man. Do you guys see this? This looks, wow. The reason I like these products, I mean, the bronzer, of course, it doesn't really work for me. The blush is okay. But the glow products in this palette are really, you know, what drew me in, of course, anyways. They are so intense, like layering everything on top of that glow cream base. Just, oh my gosh, it just intensifies it, and everything just looks so smooth. So I figured since I was using that tan palette that it would be a great time to just do like a overall kind of bronzy look. So that's why I used it on the eyes. I'm going to do the mascara and liner and stuff and do some blending of this with some of my finishing powders that I like to use, and then I will be back with final look. Alright guys, here is the final look after I, you know, did a little bit more of my buffing technique with my décolleté powder, and everything is just really blended in nicely. Once again, I did add more of, I added the CoverFX powder, the CoverFX bronzing powder in that Face Perfector palette to give myself more of a bronze than I was getting with the tan palette from Natasha Denona. But I do like the color that's on my cheeks because once again, you guys saw that I did use it as a blush as well. But of course, the stars of this palette for me are the highlights. I really like the effect that I'm getting with these highlighters. So I'm happy with the palette. I'm happy with the purchase, but I hope this was helpful for you guys to see, you know, whether that tan shade would actually work as a bronzer. Quite honestly, when I got it, I was like, I don't know. We'll see. I've seen some reviews that were saying that the tan shade comes off richer than it looks in the pan. So I was hopeful, but I didn't have too much hope that it would work as a bronzer. I figured that I would be using it more as a blush on days where I want to go for a more natural, like bronzy type look. I think it did work very nicely on the eyes, and of course, you know, with the highlight, you know, working well on the cheeks, I expect it to work on the eyes as well. So yeah, I'm happy with the palette. I think it's really beautiful packaging. Beautiful, of course, similar to that Bloom palette, and you know, it's just up to you whether you want to use this shade as a blush. If you're darker than me, I don't know how much use you're going to get out of that shade other than maybe eyeshadow with a nice, you know, brighter base down on your eyes. You can use it to set your eyes as well, but the glow products in here are very, very good and work very nicely for a nice smooth highlighted effect. So you guys let me know what you're thinking about the palette. I'm happy that I have it and I will get use out of it. So yeah, happy I got it. Thumbs up for me, but I'm not going to tell you guys to run out and buy it just because that one shade you may or may not be able to use. If you're lighter than me, girl, I think you got a complete palette that you can really get some use out of, okay? Just even like a shade lighter than me will, I think, get some really good use out of that. But those highlights will work for my skin tone and deeper. So yes, girl, you see that glow? Oh my gosh. Can we get into this? Like, seriously, beautiful, beautiful. Anyways, guys, I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. And if you enjoyed this video, maybe think about subscribing for more content from me. I upload videos 3 to 4 times per week. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for joining me for this video. And thank you to all the new subscribers. We hit 500, I almost said 500,000, girl. Speaking those things into existence. Speaking those things that be not as though they are. Okay, we hit 500 subscribers. Yes, very excited about that. Thank you to all the new subscribers. And I will be doing a giveaway on my channel. It's going to be like kind of like a, I don't know, like a secret giveaway. Because I've done a giveaway on my channel before, and there was an influx of people who subscribed just to do the giveaway, and once the giveaway was over, they left. So I want to reward the people who've actually been here and engaged in my content. So I'll think about how to do that, but as long as you just stay in on the comment section and stuff and commenting and things like that, then you definitely have a chance to, you know, win the giveaway. All right, so I will be talking more about that in a future video, but for now, thank you so much for watching. See ya.